Going on, everybody? Gabriel Santos from gfsantos.com, and in today's video I want to share the message of you needing to fight your old habits before you can replace them with new ones. Okay. And the intention of this video and the audience for this video are people who are really struggling to turn the page, right? Like, oh, look, a baby ass lizard. If you're someone who's tried their hardest so many times to change their weed smoking habits, but no matter what you try and no matter what you do, you can't seem to really make the switch for good, consider that you just need to fight. You just need to fight. And that resistance you feel to changing your habits is expected. And the only way you're really going to convince your subconscious that you're doing this is if you fight against it. And I know that's not easy, and I know that's not comfortable. But before saying no becomes easy and comfortable, you're going to have to fight against that voice that doesn't want to do it. You know what I'm saying? Like, because that's the exact habit that's missing. That when you set yourself on a journey or a plan to be like, I'm not smoking today, and then those thoughts and emotions of, hey, let's just smoke, there's no opposite force. So you make the plans, and then the cravings come, and then you just lay on the ground and be like, okay. There's no fight in you. There's no fight in you. And there's no history of you fighting and winning. And so you have no confidence in your ability to beat the cravings, because every time you try, you fail. And here's the thing. No one's coming to save you. You must learn to fight, and you must learn to fight and win on your own. There's nobody else coming to help you win this fight. It's just you. It's just you. And so if you find yourself unwilling to fight, you can't complain about why you're getting beat up. You get what I'm saying? And even more than that, you must find that place within you that says, you know what? I don't deserve to get my ass beat. I don't deserve to give in to cravings when I really want to be in control. You deserve to be in fucking control. You deserve so much more than a life filled with uncontrollable weed use. You deserve so much more than that. So much more than that. So going back to the original message of this video, you gotta learn how to fight against those cravings. You gotta learn how to fight. And it's okay if you don't win every time. Even Conor McGregor didn't win every fight. But does that all of a sudden he calls himself a loser? No. All of a sudden he doesn't deserve to win a championship? No. Instead, he goes back, he looks at the film, he studies himself, and he goes, oh, you know what? Yeah, no, I could have beat him, but it was my fault. Do I make, my opponent unworthy of defeating me? No, you got to take losses on the chin. But at the same time, let's put it this way, man. Weed cravings is like the ultimate enemy for you right now, right? Are you willing to step up and face it? Are you willing to step in the ring as many times as it takes before you finally win. And I get it, like, you try to quit smoking weed and it doesn't work, and you're like, fuck this. And metaphorically speaking, you say, man, I'm not gonna get in that boxing ring for a long time because I always lose. Who wants to always lose, right? But here's the question: how bad do you really want to win? How bad do you really want to overcome weed addiction? And are you willing to get your ass beat and to train and to do what you need to do in order to overcome it? Are you willing to put in the work? And my heart goes out to anyone who really finds themselves stuck in weed addiction. I really am so empathetic to this community because I went through it myself. And at the same time, I'm also not going to beat around the bush, because what I didn't see when I was going through my weed addiction is that like, I was being a little bitch. And what I mean by that is, like, well, it's not even that, okay? I wasn't being a bitch. I literally wasn't aware of the fact that I was the one who was choosing my actions, even though a lot of it is habitual. And so if you want some real powerful advice, here it is, okay? So obviously we have our brains and we have our habits, right? And those habits are like emotionally and physiologically ingrained in us, such that without even trying, we'll go and smoke weed uncontrollably, right? But here's the real kicker, and if you want some real power, here it is. As you're sitting there listening to the thoughts and feeling that force, that habit force that wants you to go a certain way, it is on you to accept that if you go right, that you're the one that's moving your legs. And if you go left, you're the one that's moving your legs, okay? And so if you want real fucking power over your life and the results that you have, whether it's weed, whether it's money, whether it's girls, you gotta accept that you're the one walking in the directions that you choose. And so if you don't have what you want, it's because you're walking towards that. And if you have what you do want, you're walking towards that, okay? This is not about blaming. This is not about making you wrong. This is about taking full ownership of where you walk and what you pick up with your hands. I'm not saying it's easy, okay? I get that we can be so in a habit cycle where we're just picking up pizzas and we're clicking the remote and we're closing our eyes without even trying. We're just like in this pattern of just doing whatever the fuck our brains tell us to do. I get it, okay? But if you want real power over your life and you really want to get over weed addiction, you got to take ownership of where you're fucking walking, my friends. And you got to take ownership of what you're picking up. And there will be a defining moment every time when that craving comes up in your mind. And it's like, are we going to smoke today or are we not? Are we going to go to the dispensary or are we not? And what I'm asking you to do, and this is where your reps come in, this is where the training comes in, that when your mind is like, let's go smoke some weed, you got to be like, no, and walk this way. That's your training. Because that's eventually the decision pattern that will align with you being free from addiction. That's the muscle you're looking to develop. Okay? That ability to say no and walk the other way. Okay? The only way to get a bigger bicep is to curl. The only way to get better at saying no to weed is to say no. That's the only way. That's the only way. Okay, so, all right, that seems like a good enough message today. All right, I hope everyone is doing well. Share where you are in this journey. Share if you've made the switch. Share if you are inspired. Share if you're not inspired. Share if you're just in the dumps. Share whatever you want in the comments. Like the video if you got this far. I appreciate y'all. All right. I love y'all, and I'll see you in the next video. Peace.